Good morning, viewers. Thank you very much. Welcome to Punchline Africa Television, broadcasting from the Political Command Center in the mobile unit where I am. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching our show, The Editor's Memo. As Miriam might have told you already, we have a peace agreement, a cessation of hostilities that will take place from tomorrow. The matters of DRC are very, very important for the people of Africa. I want to take this opportunity to thank President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, the President of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, President of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Museveni, President of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame, President of Congo, DRC, His Excellency Tshisekedi, and the President of Burundi, His Excellency Ramyanian, and the others who have been able to secure. And above all, I would like to thank the President of Angola, who took the initiative to oversee the process to make sure that it makes progress and the peace return in the DRC Congo. As you are aware, Okay. As you are aware, there's quite a lot of difficulties that this region faces. One of the difficulties is sincerity. I would like to tell the parties in the Congo and the parties that, as we did, as it was with the Ethiopian peace process, it is important and imperative for the people of DRC Congo to be open and sincere to the mediators and tell the truth. The actors in this conflict seem not to be sincere to each other. And once that is not there, established, we shall get ourselves into more and more problems. For example, over 15,000 troops of MONUSCO have been stationed in Congo for the last 20 years. But we have never seen any results coming out of these troops who are UN sponsored. They have never stabilized this region. Why? Because people are not sincere in their deeds. So sincerity in any peace process creates a peaceful transition. It creates dialogue easy. It makes cessation of hostilities easy. A permanent ceasefire is the only solution for the people of Congo, where M23 rebels can go back to Congo to be reintegrated in the army of the Republic of Congo and serve the people of Congo. It is therefore our call on behalf of the people of the region, on behalf of East Africa and the rest of East Africans, all regions that are concerned. As you know, Congo has got 9 neighbors. It is surrounded by 9 neighbors. Most of them are not on a high alert as this war escalates. And if this war ceases the fight tomorrow, that will be a very big relief for our people in the region. I want to thank you very much, all of you. I want to thank His Excellency President, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, for his tireless efforts in bringing about peace in this great nation of Democratic Republic of Congo. I also want to thank again, lastly, the resilient people of Congo, the refugees who are running away from the shelling that is taking place between the rebels and the armies that have gone into Congo. The plight of refugees, the humanitarian catastrophe, the disruption of transport, the disruption of goods that are coming from Kenya into Congo, trucks that are parked around that region. All this create a problem for our great Africa. When will Africa rise up and make sure that conflicts are no longer on this continent and we make a good continent, a good future for the future generation? We want to live a better Africa. A better Africa is the best way that one can make a contribution. Our contribution as people, present leaders, is to make sure that Africa unites. Will Africa ever unite? Will Nkrumah's spirit come down? I leave these questions to the viewers, and I say thank you very much. This is the editor's memo. I'm Dr. David Masanga from the mobile unit of Punchline Africa Television, somewhere in Africa, on the way back home. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Doctor. We wish you Johnny Mercy. So Dr. Matanga has captured everything I think that we wanted to talk about this morning. So maybe I'll just add on to whatever he has said. The African leaders have declared a cessation of hostilities in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo starting Friday, according to a joint statement released after talks in the Angolan capital Luanda with the aim of ending fighting between Congolese troops and the M23 rebels. An agreement was reached for an immediate ceasefire in the DRC at 6 p.m. on Friday. Angolan Foreign Minister Tete Antonio announced on Wednesday the East African Regional Force will intervene against the M23 fighters in case of non-compliance, said the statement signed by the leaders of the DR Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Angola, and by former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta, who has mediated the crisis. And indeed, we have to give it up to our former President Uhuru Kenyatta. His mediation process that started before he even retired are really bearing some fruits. So whatever support that is required towards finding a lasting solution for this crisis, I think should be offered. And early in the month, Kenyan troops were deployed to Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo as part of a peacekeeping mission operation from 7-nation East African Community bloc. The DR Congo has accused its neighbor Rwanda of backing the armed group M23, which Rwanda has denied, and Kinshasa also expelled Rwanda's ambassador over its alleged backing of M23 rebels who have seized towns in the East DRC province of North Kivu. So the Rwandan Foreign Minister Vincent Biruta and DRC's President Felix Tshisekedi arrived in Angola yesterday. President Paul Kagame was expected to be the one present in that meeting that is expected to happen today, another mediation process that is ongoing. So he did not attend, and reason for his absence was not immediately clear. So Kagame is supposed to be present for these talks in Luanda. That is, the officials there arrived, but he was supposed to be there because the DRC's president is there, and Paul Kagame of Rwanda, has not arrived. So this stands, Doc, that perhaps the East African Community bloc has taking on the M23 rebels. If they refuse to comply, they are going to be met with hard power. How do you think this will play out, and why do you think President Paul Kagame did not show up in person for this very important meeting?
First of all, Miriam, in the studio, and our viewers across the world, those watching us from this television station, I just want to tell you that the absence of key stakeholders like President Kagame and the President Museveni of Uganda from that meeting gives you a signal and a direction on where the peace process will go. And therefore, it is imperative that we get these leaders on the ground, on the table, because one was the foreign minister there when another president of a country, DRC Congo, was present. We expected leaders themselves to ink that agreement. It is all the work of the French, and if we are not careful, the French will divide East Africa into several parts, and the war will continue in most parts of Africa where there is oil. And a country that is discovering oil is having a conflict. Yesterday we talked about it. You see, everybody in Uganda, they are telling us not to drill our oil. In Congo, they are telling Congolese not to drill the oil, not to cut the forest, not to touch the Congo Albertine region oil blocks. What is the aim? Who is pulling the strings behind? It is the French. And if I'm wrong, I studied international relations to the highest level in the planet Earth. IOTA, if I'm wrong, then I don't know, but I am 100% somebody is telling someone that leave it, let them sign whatever they sign, we shall abrogate the ceasefire. When the M23 rebels come to hit the civilian targets and hit the people, where do they go? They must have support. Someone is supporting them. So that is why I brought this topic this morning, that leaders are not sincere. Sincerity in a peace process brings a long-lasting solution. But if you are not sincere to each other, you are just cosmetically going to these conferences. Even the president of Angola is going to find it very difficult to have been a chairman when there is no sincerity. So that is my position, that there is no sincerity in the whole thing that is taking place. If the ceasefire holds tomorrow, let's see, will the M23 not attack? Will the trucks that have carried the goods from Kenya be allowed to move without hindrance? Businessmen are losing money on the border with a queue of about 20 kilometers of queue. There is Ebola in that country called Uganda, in that region. And you can see how Ebola can be transmitted in a short time with truck drivers lying on a queue of 20 kilometers because the goods cannot cross over to Congo. Who is going to pay for these costs? Those are my questions and my feelings and my assessment of the region. As a conflict resolution expert, I tell you, there is no goodwill in all these paper agreements that are signed. In the absence of Kagame on table, foreign minister can be said, I did not tell you to sign that. So someone is playing somewhere, somehow. I submit.
Mm-hmm. And there was also a meeting that was held, I think, sometimes back last week by the Francophone countries to discuss conflicts in the Francophone region here in Africa. And I think Rwanda and the DRC were part of that meeting. And after they were done, I think the officials from DRC refused to shake hand with President Paul Kagame. So maybe that is what might have jilted President Paul Kagame not to want to attend at this mediation in person.
But Miriam, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You have come to my house. You have invaded my house. You want me to shake your hand, and you are not telling me why you are giving my enemies to destroy my house.
And that is very insincere. You wanting
to...
Yeah.
You are not sincere.
Yes.
So, the president of Burundi, the president of DRC Congo is correct. These countries, two countries, have invaded his territory. They have had ambition to partition Congo. Isn't it time also for Africa to think, if Yugoslavia was broken to pieces, isn't it time for us to break this country called Congo to several pieces? Because if the war is going to persist to kill civilians, then let's find a solution. There are people who are interested in Congo's minerals. They are there. They want timber. They want coltan. They want. If you fly over Congo right now, Miriam, the whole place, that forest, there are deep holes, like a crater, which are surrounded by forest. People are digging out deep down. Minerals. Trees are being destroyed. Ecosystems are being destroyed. Are we going to sit and watch? And yet we are talking of Lake Victoria coming back to claim what it lost. There are people, when I grew up in the 50s, in the late 50s and 60s, Miriam, all the way from Kampala up to Nairobi, there were lakes, small lakes, on this road of Nairobi, Kampala, especially up on before the dual carriage. There used to be a lake that could come closer to you used to see flamingo
Elementator.
elementator. All those lakes, you could see them near the road. But today, let me tell you, Miriam, these lakes have disappeared. Are you not very worried that these lakes have disappeared? Are you not worried that Lake Victoria in Nyando is swallowing people? It is coming back to claim its place. In Uganda, Lake Victoria has come to claim its place. People went and built buildings, hotels on the beaches, that I have a beach house. Some people have run away from the beach house because the lake, there is warming, which is caused by the lack of the forest, which is being destroyed on the other side of Congo. God just created that forest to give us the best weather, the best climate ever in Africa. But here we are cutting it down. We are mining minerals. We are creating craters. Maybe one of these days we shall even, reach the center of the earth. And what will happen? Oil will come out and swallow us. Because everybody looks like it's green. This some crude oil, which countries like France would not like a stable Congo. No. France would like a Congo which has stability, so that it pumps the minerals like a Central African Republic. I don't have any fear for telling the French authorities the truth, because I don't need a passport to go to France. I have an international passport when we stay, and I have no regrets. I have not criticized the people who have given me a permission to work, to do everything in you. I've lived in the United Kingdom for 37 years, but I have no desire to go to France. But the French have done something very bad to us. Every territory of France is divided. There is bloodshed everywhere. Look, from Mali, you have just talked about Mali. I found you talking about Mali, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Libya. Can you explain to me why Libya is bleeding? France, Chad, France. They've tried Somalia. Look at what they have done in Somalia. They came and gave Faribajo money, said, go and accuse Kenya in the International Court of Justice for your oil blocks in the Indian Ocean. You yourself, you were there when I intervened. I went and made a lot of noise with the court. And the court judge, the Somali judge, had to resign because I followed him and brought him down. He was going to make judgment. Now, do you hear of anything being talked about those oil blocks? No. Why? Because Saudi Arabia has come in and said, you will not manufacture, you will not drill this oil. The conflict in Somalia becomes more complicated. As you change government, the other people support another group of the Al-Shabaab. They kill us. They don't want to stop this war. Uganda wanted to go in and do what it was supposed to do. But you said, no way, don't. So thank you very much. That is, we shall discuss more. You can take the other takeaway. It looks like my plane has arrived. It will delay. And we take care. See you probably next week or tomorrow. No, next week. God bless you. And I thank His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, the former President of Kenya, the President of the Republic of Kenya, who facilitated, the President of Angola, General Lorenzo, a great friend, great relative. Thank you very much for the good work that you have done for the people of Angola and for bringing peace around the region. God bless you. God bless all of you.
Right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.